What's up guys, welcome back. Cali MK1 Part 5, let's go. So I'm gonna come out and say it so you guys can hold me accountable. I want this thing running and driving by Wolfsgart, which if you don't know about Wolfsgart, it's the big Volkswagen and European car show up here in Burlington, Vermont. I want this thing running and driving by then, which is on July 26th. That is 36 days from today. So the good news is I've ordered most of the big ticket items that I need. I ordered a fuel pump, fuel filter, some fuel hose the other day so I can get the fueling done. I just ordered some wheels and tires this morning, and really the last big thing I need to order is the brakes. I'm piecing together a brake kit using G60 calipers. The radiator showed up the other day, which is pretty sweet. And apart from that, I have pretty much everything I need. Now the goal, 36 days from now, I think it's pretty achievable. I have all the stuff I need. I just need to get that stuff on the car and just give me a little bit of time to kind of run it for a few days, iron out any kinks, and fingers crossed, I don't have any hiccups. I was hoping to get the axles in today, but with the axles that come with the swap kit, they are 100mm outer CV joint, and the spindles on the Mark I Rabbits are 90mm. Now there is a modification you can do to the hubs, which I thought about doing, but there is a company out there that make small spaces, so you don't have to do that modification. And I think that's gonna lean towards a much cleaner, easier, simpler install and save me a little bit of time and effort grinding the stock hubs. So I think I'm gonna wait for those to arrive before I get the axles in. So let's get this thing back on the lift and start tearing into that suspension. So I already hit my first little problem, and these are the little problems that can really delay a project and make you miss deadlines. So let me show you what I'm up against here. You can see this is the factory mount location for the front of the control arm. This is the bushing that I'm trying to replace. You can see how it's just not wide enough. So I got these from FCP, gonna give them a call in a little bit, see what the issue is. I think it's probably because there's obviously two different types of control arms. Maybe these bushings I have are for a later one. I know some of the later models have sway bar link attachments, so that could be it. You know the answer, drop me a comment, let me know. The rear mounts, I think I'm gonna have to cut off because these do not want to move. There you have it, at least on the rear mount. The front one I'll have to figure out at a later date, but that's the new. This is the old. Let's get the other side swapped out. And I just realized you can't get that front bolt out because the oil pan is in the way. So that one's gonna have to wait for a later date. Maybe when I replace the pan with the shallow pan, I can time that to do that control arm bushing, but let's still see if I can get the back one. So you can see how dry rotted this bushing is. It is literally just falling apart in my hand. So I think the plan is just to cut off one end of the rubber, and then hopefully I can drive the old bushing out and slide the new bushing in. Have it, one new bushing in the bracket. Pretty easy to take out. I just cut like the donut off, then I used a 13mm socket and a mallet. I just drove it out the bottom. It went out pretty easily. I cleaned it up a little bit, put some multi-purpose grease on it, and once I kind of got the little donut inside, it just slid right in. So let's get this reinstalled back on the car. And there we have the bushing replaced. Just gotta do the other side. Still waiting for that to arrive. It got lost in the mail, delayed in the mail, so I'll do that on a later date when it gets here. Okay, next up in the pile of parts is the shift rod, bracket, bushing, whatever you want to call it, and a new boot. So I'm gonna get to removing this. I'm still waiting for one part to arrive for the shift linkage, but I think I'm gonna get going and tearing this apart. Have it, new shift boot cover for underneath. This right here, there's like an inspection panel that goes in there, so I either need to buy one of those or make one. I'll probably just end up making one. Coming back along the tunnel, this was one of the new brackets that I got. All these bushings were all just totally gone, so I replaced a lot of these. That's as far as I can get with the shift linkage. I'm waiting for the lever that goes on here. Still waiting for that. I have to get a 5-speed one. This was originally a 4-speed one, so I ordered a 5-speed, and then I can put the rest of the shift linkage in, and then the down pipes. So we're back inside the car. Let's see if we can't get this shifter bushing swapped out. You can see a little bit of play in it. So let's get this swapped out. You ever just feel like a total idiot sometimes? I just have one of those moments. So I am back underneath the car because I forgot to disconnect the shift rod from the shift linkage right after I put all this on. So off it came again, car back up in the air, disconnected it. Let's try this again. All right, so it feels good to be getting stuff back in the Rabbit. I know this episode was kind of little bits here and there, just bushings, nothing too exciting, but I did get some boxes show up this week. So in this one right here, I have all the stuff for the fuel pump, fuel filter, so I can get all the fueling done. And over in these boxes over here, 2 of the wheels showed up. So a couple more wheels should show up this week. Not gonna show you those just yet. Gonna wait for the tires to arrive, do a big reveal on that. I've got some editing to do. I wanna get this video out to you guys. As of today, Wolfsgart is 32 days away. So 32 days to get this thing running, driving, on the road, down to the show for that week. As always, thanks for watching. Give us a subscribe, drop me a comment, and I'll see you next time.